Hello to all of our ministry partners, our followers, and those of you who've been liking us and sharing us. It's Pastor Paul L. Anderson from the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing, and we thank God for this Worshipful Wednesday. Always remember, we're doing that time of the year as we are praying and asking God to help us in this COVID-19. But let's also remember that there is a divine mandate for all of us to make sure our voice is known and heard. So we invite you to go out and vote. You have until October 31st for this early voting period. If you are not a registered voter, you can register and then cast your ballot as well. And please remember, take somebody else with you. Encourage everyone to get out and vote. We're so grateful. We've had record attendance, and we like for that record to continue because everyone's voice needs to be heard, as well as getting out to do our part. So do your part. And let's all do our part to make this world a better place. A part of what God has asked us to do is to read his word and to make it a part of our lives. Today, please look with me into the gospel according to St. Matthew, the 19th chapter, verses 16 through 22, the New Living Translation. I'm going to entitle this thought, Let It Go. There comes this young ruler who comes to Jesus, and he asks him a question about inheriting eternal life and how can he get all that he needs to get. And so Jesus begins to talk to him and ask him about what has he done. And this young man says, I've done everything in life that has been asked of me. I follow the commandments. I don't steal. I don't kill. I don't commit adultery. I don't do any of the top 5 or the others. And so Jesus says, okay, I'm impressed. There's one thing you lack. And the young man wonders, what are you talking about? He says, go sell everything you have and give it to the poor. In essence, he said, you got to let it go. We live in a world today that's the one thing you and I are not willing to do. It's one of the most troubling things for us to do. It's very difficult for us to let things go because things have us as opposed to us having things. Jesus telling him, let it go. I need for you to get rid of everything that you have and then follow me. The young man finds himself pretty perplexed because he's going like, oh no, I have fought all my life to get what I have. And you know how that's the way it is with many of us. Once we get what we got, we don't want to let it go. We will do anything and almost everything to keep it. We live in a society today that sometimes we get more greedy than we ever thought we ever be. You know how it is. All of a sudden, you find yourself becoming a different person than what you started out being. Started out loving God, doing all those good things, and God blessed you, and you thought it was just something you're supposed to have. And then God gives you a reality check and say, wait a minute, you don't have riches. Your riches have you. And all of us must come to grips with that. I have to come to grips with that with myself as well. You know, oftentimes we get things and we find out the things really get us. You know, we got to live at a certain standard. We got to do a certain thing. But Jesus tells them one thing that you need to do is you need to sell everything you have and give it to the poor. In essence, he lets us see that there is a great mandate for us taking care of those who are the less fortunate. This week and a few days ago, I can't help but think about all of those who are the less fortunate during this time of COVID-19, during the times of the fires, during the time of all of these hurricanes. Can you believe that we're at a tropical storm in the Greek alphabet that is now Zeta? I never would have thought it. In my lifetime, we go through all 26 of the characters that we have as Americans, and now we're in the Greek alphabet. It lets us see things are happening. I believe there's a storm happening in many of our lives. And the storm that is coming is one that's reminding all of us we need to figure out, do we have the most essentials? Jesus is telling us the most essential thing that we have to have is to make sure that his love is powerful in our lives. Today, I don't know about you, but I want to make sure that whatever I possess doesn't possess me, because that means it has become our God and not God. I hope you'll let God be God and let God be the Lord of your life, and don't let the things in this life take control of you. May God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. And I hope you'll get out and vote. Thank you. Goodbye.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for your prayerful support and all the things that we have done in ministry to help so many others. We thank you so very much for your generous support in times past, and we thank you for your present support and what you will do in the future. May God richly bless you, exceedingly and abundantly above all that you're able to ask, say, or think, according to his power at work in you. God bless you.